Hello guys, Chris here in Kansas City with Camper Restoration Project. It is June 16th. We had a pretty bad storm come through last night. On the drive this morning, I saw some, 50-year-old trees downed. Just a lot of debris around. So coming today to check out how the camper held up was definitely worrisome. So even the 2 nights before we have a bad storm, and in the news they said mobile homes will be destroyed. And last night's was actually a worse storm. It fared the first one well. I shored up the walls a little bit more before that. Still not as far in the build as I want, and haven't properly put up a stud wall. And let's just show you the consequences. The first thing I noticed when I drove up is this corner metal piece sticking out a little bit further. I was like, yeah, that's not normal. This piece of wood, this repurposed piece of wood for my, just a tabletop surface, was laying down the other day. It came here and it was fine. So that I saw was a good sign. And I come up, I don't see any broken windows or anything, but I see a popped seam right here. You see this? Seam wall popped. Angle. So that definitely upset me. I came over to the corner and saw it buckled in a little bit. Stepped inside. Saw this brace down, wedged quite severely against the shower. You see this is buckling in a tad. And this one was actually down too. So then I looked over here, and I see this back corner and say, why is it popped out so far? It used to come down right next to it. And then I looked along, here, along the Blackwater tank, and prior to, yesterday, this was nicely along that whole 2x4. Now you can see there's like a 4-inch gap on the end. So something is definitely wrong. Let me take you outside. Now I don't know, the prevailing winds were from the northwest, and so they were coming this direction. So from the northwest blowing to the southeast. You look at this corner, this has popped out a lot more than it's ever been. And then I look here and I say, wait a minute, this wall is further this way. So now I know already the whole thing has been pushed forward on the trailer. I come back, all the lines are still correctly placed. Where I can drop the bolts through on the frame. So that in itself hasn't changed. You can look in here. There's a lot of dirt on this wheel well that wasn't there yesterday, so just blown in. There was even a rag, a little, some cloths and stuff that had come out of a plastic bag and was just sitting out here. I purposely opened up the windows to make sure there wasn't a huge pressure differential that the wind could go through, cut a hole in a sail, because this is just a wall that the wind could push. So I kept the windows open to the extent I could on both sides. So I would say this is where most of the force was. Sorry, this plastic bag just scared me. All the force was this direction. And here you can see the most significance. You see right here on the bumper, this used to be right there. And you couldn't see this giant gap. Maybe it was an inch before. And if you come down here and you look, see how far back this wall used to be right there. This whole thing has shifted 4 inches forward and to the passenger front. So it's been pushed in this way 4 inches to the forward and maybe an inch or so, if that, maybe an inch to the side. If this had gone any further this way, this whole wall could have fallen off, collapsed, and been worse. So I should be very thankful given the severity of this storm. I think I can recover from this. I got to invite as many friends as I can this evening, hopefully, and finally get this damn stud wall up and out of this very precarious situation that I've been in for easily 2 weeks now, and I'm kicking myself that I let it drag on. It's just so hard when you're one person trying to do a project like this, and there's so many little things to build up to get you where you need to be. And the problem was, I probably shouldn't have taken as much as I did down on this inside wall here, but I thought I could get it up and the supports would be sufficient. But I realized I had to keep going, take the bathroom out, so I could do the stud wall all the way to the end and deal, you know, with this pipe here and everything. So I had to keep going, further weakening the wall, and consequently delaying putting up the stud wall, and that's why I'm in the situation I'm in. Again, no windows are broken. Very relieved on that. The seam can be fixed. It's not a rip in the aluminum. It just buckled there. But the plan is to get as many people as I can in here, at least, you know, 4 people, 1 on each corner, to hoist up and walk it back over this direction, you know, 4 inches back and 1 inch to the side, and then get this damn stud wall in. So, not a happy Father's Day for me. I'm not a father, but just not a happy day in general. I guess I should be happy. It wasn't worse. But yeah, so that's it. Hopefully when I check back in here, I don't know if I'll have the camera in when I have a crew working to help to get this right, but I'll definitely show you how we've fared after the attempted correction to this bit of a devastating setback, or, you know, almost catastrophic. So, all right, thank you guys.